Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So today I have this update for Noya. Well, this is the name is a bit confusing, okay? The website I bought it from is called Noya. Musk for Musk is great, but on the bottle and the box it says Zimaya, and also some other website they say this is a subsidiary of Afnan, which you should just take it for what it is. Apart from that, everything is good. So first thing first, let me tell you the performance is a stellar. These things lasted more than 12 hours. Yes, it just kept going and going and going. But in terms of projection, it's not a huge projector. It is, good projector, but it's not an excellent projector. So for the first 2 to 3 hours, you get maybe more than arm length, maybe more than arm length for first hour, but then after that an arm length, and then slowly will subside. But it's one of those fragrances that your nose would get used to it, so you think oh it's gone. No, it just keep going and going. So each time I smelled it, it was there. Okay, so 12 hours plus, yes. In terms of projection, as I said, 2 to 3 hours of good projection, but not massive. It's not a house filler. It's not huge. Okay. In terms of sillage, it's very good because it's thick, it's dense. So when you walk around, the trail is always there. Compliments, I'm not sure. Some people say, why don't you talk about Listen, compliments are subjectives. Okay. I personally don't chase compliments. Okay. I say I enjoy the fragrance first, and if somebody else enjoyed it and they tell me about it, they mention it, they ask me, whatever it is, then that is a bonus. Okay, so it's I don't understand why compliment is so important to some people. Yeah, but to me, I'm not I don't chase it. Okay. If they tell me, then it puts a smile on my face. Anyway, so my wife loved it. Yes. This one is very musky, as you said. So musk is great. Yes, it's musky. So the biggest player is musk. Second biggest player is the citruses. Third biggest player is the sandalwood. And the fourth biggest player here is the florals, and then the fruitiness. So overall, very impressive. Somebody said this is very feminine. To my nose is unisex, so easily men and women can wear it. But that's for me. As I said before in my videos, if I like a smell, I wear it. If I don't like a smell, I don't wear it. I don't care what is marketed towards. Okay, so to me this is completely unisex. Anybody can wear. For some people it might be a little bit feminine, some people may be a little bit masculine, I don't know, but for me this is exactly in the middle. In terms of price, absolutely very good value for money. Under £20, 100 ml, Extrait de Parfum, and it does perform like Extrait de Parfum, because sometimes they put Extrait de Parfum on the bottles. They don't go that far, but this one went 12 hours plus, so it is Extrait de Parfum. I put 5 sprays and that was ample enough. Very strong, and it's dense and it's just there and keep going. But as I said, your nose, you might get used to it. My nose got used to it after maybe an hour or two, but my wife kept smelling it all day, and also on the skin you can smell it. Okay. Sorry about that, I have a cold. Overall very impressive. Okay. In terms of a smell, it opens up with a huge citrus. The citrus is there, stay for a very long time, which is super impressive because with citruses they are usually, they diffuse very quickly. Okay, they don't last that long. In this one, it lasts ages, at least half of the life of this fragrance, which is super impressive in itself. The citruses are here: bergamot, is lemon, there is a mandarin orange. So the mixture of them is making it very tarty, very citrusy, very fresh, very inviting. Plus the combination of other notes like the musk, like some fruity aspect, and also some floral in here, mainly white floral. So these things all together, when it opens up, is so inviting and so sensual, and is so very attractive, and it's very inviting, and is just basically shouting to come and get me. Okay, so and after that, when it goes to the mid, the florals start to come up. There is magnolia in here, there is orange blossom in here, and also there is a rose in here. But the rose is not a big player here. The rose is just in the background. The biggest players are magnolia and the orange blossom. The combination of the magnolia, orange blossom, and also a little bit of rose, again, it makes, you know, that beautiful, sensual, very attractive smell. And then when it goes to the far dry down, you get some basically woody aspect, which is mainly sandalwood in here, which is very smooth and very again very classy. It's very inviting. It's very it's not one of those woody aspect that is in your face. It's quite subtle there. Sorry about that. And also the musk is the biggest player again, from the beginning to the end. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I really like it, and I highly recommend it if you like these kind of things. From time to time, you get some powdery aspects comes up. From time to time, you get some dusty aspect comes up. From time to time, you get a tiny bit of smokiness. From time to time, you get a tiny bit of spiciness, like a pepper, pink pepper, white pepper, maybe even a slight, very tiny bit of cinnamon, but very small amount. So there are other aspects to it as well, so you have to think about those as well. If you like these kind of fragrances which I mentioned, then this is absolutely up your alley with less than 20 pounds. That is just mind-boggling. How can they make such a beautiful fragrance, such a high quality for such a price? It's just mind-boggling. And but it's good for us consumers. So do I recommend it? Yes, highly recommend it if you are into this kind of fragrances. This one is, I would say, 25 and up to be on the safe side, because it's quite complex, because it's got some aspects that young people might not understand. And there are some sweetness as well from beginning to the end, but the sweetness is never jumping out. Okay, I would say between 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest, this is around 5 to 6 in terms of sweetness. Maybe sometimes it peaks to 7, but it won't go super sweet. Okay, and in terms of occasion, definitely going out, special occasion, for it's very good actually for relaxing, because it's very relaxing fragrance. When I smell that, it just like it calms you down immediately. And also it's very sensual, so it's good for encounters, it's good for dating, it's good for going out with people, it's good to for dinner, for I don't know, romantic go outing and things like that. It's very good. It's just very enjoyable. Season, this is all year round, but obviously it's better suited for warmer weather. But because it's got so many aspects to it, and also it's the sweetness stuff from the beginning to the end, it could be worn any time you want, really. I wore it at the moment, we are in the middle of winter, and I wore it yesterday and today, and it was very and it was performing super well. This one in summer, it will be a beast mode, so you have to be careful. At the moment it's a very cold out there, and in terms of longevity it's 12 hours plus, but in terms of projection, it wasn't a huge projector. It was good projector, but not huge. Okay, and I think the reason for it is because at the moment it's cold. This one in summer, I don't think you should go more than 3 sprays, because my guess is this is going to scream in summer, in summer, and it's going to be a house filler, yeah, and a street filler. So this is another aspect you have to remember. Absolutely value for money, yes, highly recommended. I'm going to look into this brand if I can get out of the confusion of the name more, to see if I can get something else and see what they're doing, because this is super impressive to me, especially for the price. You know, there are fragrances out there you pay 100 plus, they won't smell like this, so that's why it's very, very impressive. Okay, guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you experience it, let other people know. That would be nice and good for them to read it. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, and in any way, shape, valuable, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit those bell button. And if you want to buy one of my own fragrances, they are massive, monstrous, out of this world, but you have to live in United Kingdom to buy them. And they are super beast mode, and they're very artistic, and they're very unique, so you can't smell them anywhere else. Alright guys, thank you very much for joining me. As always, see you later. Bye bye bye.